and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You find us today on the Bloodroot Trail, following the south side of the Salamonie Reservoir. Beautiful day for hiking. It's middle of September right now, low 70s. Really a beautiful day for this. So you find me, Brittany, and our friend Kelly as we walk around the trail. So join us today. Let's have a great time. So today we parked at the trailhead, which once you come into the park, it is almost between the park entrance and the campground over here. Super easy to find, little interpretation center that you could walk through. So yeah, here we're just coming up to maybe a eighth or a quarter mile in, cross over the road and the Bloodroot Trail.
We go this way. Okay. Oh, I see now. First I was like, do we loop around? The Bloodroot Trail.
So the trail today, unlike the lake view and boundary loop on the other side of the dam, this trail is very well marked. You definitely know where you're going here. As you said, the trailhead had a nice sign. As you cross roads, it's very clear that you are on the Bloodroot Trail and loop. As you can see, it makes it very obvious which way you're going, and you're going the right direction. So the first mile of the trail here, just hiking along in some brush and thicket, and just really inundated with a lot of butterflies today, and these berry bushes and everything's getting attracted to. Seen some deer just a few minutes ago. Temperature couldn't be any better. Low 70s today. Right now, maybe get up to mid or upper 70s. So a great day for getting out and hitting the trail. All right, here we are about a mile in. You can see the Salamonie Lake Lost Bridge West sign. Crossing over State Road 105, or I believe it's also called South 900 West. Trail just slips across here. Yeah. So yeah, here we have some mile markers for the Bloodroot Trail. Mile 1, we're right on task. So the Bloodroot Trail is a 13-mile loop, really follows almost a straight path for a while, where the trail intersects each other there and back. So it's really neat. On the other side, you have some campgrounds, which we'll see here in a little bit, and a trailhead over there. So if you just wanted to come in and camp, you could do that. Else, you could backpack it, but being only a 13-mile trail, it's a little short for that. So yeah, so far, very flat, very easy to navigate. So we said there's signs everywhere that show you're on the Bloodroot Trail, some mile markers so far. We've moved out of more of the thicket and into a little bit of a wooded area, which is nice to kind of get that shade. The sun is being out a little bit today right now and a little warm, so we continue on. Suck it in and push it out, girl. Some more obvious signs on which way to go. Just a nice little parking area here as we continue down the trail. Top tip here for those hiking this trail is you lead the ladies to break the trail of spiders. Post-incident spider encounter. So So far, so good.
I would like.
So here we are, crossing over west 400 south. Looks like a little spur road that kind of dead ends down here, closer to the reservoir. So you cross the road, again, this trail kind of splits off again, and you just follow the deviate right and down the trail.
Okay,
so here's one. Stay on trail or stay home. So, wise words. So far, going well. 2.24 miles in. Come into a little stretch of the trail. We're next to a bean field here. Hoping to see some deer, but they must be bedded down for the morning already. So continuing on. Nice little trail update here as we're walking down through. You really walk along both public and private property. And this is nice typical Huntington, Indiana. Slightly rolling hills, bean and corn fields. The beans here are just about done for the year. So yeah, really cool representation of Indiana out in through here. So I want to talk a little bit about the trail here, and so far the trail's been 6 to 8 feet wide and mostly dirt and grass. Really easy to navigate. Not a lot of change in elevation or anything, but just a nice, easy general hiking trail. And as you can see here, for the most part, everything is well maintained and manicured. All right, here we are, 3.15 miles in the Bloodroot Trail, 1.75 miles to Mount Etna and some backpacking campsites, 2.31 miles back the way we will come back later. So 4 miles into the trail so far. What do we think so far?
Pretty. It is very pretty, but it's very
flat.
leisurely because, yeah, it's very flat.
Very flat trail. Yeah, it's really easy. So we will continue on around the curves and bends here in the woods. So, just about 5 miles in, come to the trailhead where you can park on the other side here, and then a spot where you turn back into the woods for the camping. So we are directly on this south trailhead right here, and starting to make our way back in around through the trails over here. So let's go. So just after you encounter the southern trailhead on the Bloodroot Trail here, you start to skirt along the Salamonie Reservoir. But so far you really can't see it. You're far enough away and the brush is pretty high that you get glimpses of it, but you really can't get a good look at it so far yet. But hopefully we get a little farther in the trail, we'll get to really take a good look at that reservoir. All right, we are about 6.5 miles in total, and this is backpack site number 6. Let's go down here and check this out. All right, walking up here to site 6. Nice fire ring and a few tenting spots. Picnic table, nice and flat. Looks like you can get 3 tents in here. Little trail down to the reservoir.
Camp and sit in have a fun area. Like that's, I think we're going to.
So a little walk down here to the reservoir, and yeah, check this out. You can get a very good view of the reservoir here.
Oh, there's another site down here. Oh, cool.
So here we are again, site 6, the second area site with site 6. Another picnic table, fire ring, a couple really flat, nice spots for tents. Probably get a hammock in here or two. Check that view out of the reservoir. Really get a great view of this from this site.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Got some boaters out here today enjoying the reservoir. Here we are about mid-September, so the reservoir is still really full. They haven't yet started to take any water out for the winter yet. So really nice day. It is a little overcast right now, but that's okay. Such a gorgeous day here on the Bloodroot Trail.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yes, because we have the wind.
So a little trail update. When we left this morning, it was sunny, nice, 70 degrees, and wouldn't you know it, hasn't rained in a month, but here we are getting rained on a little bit. Not too bad, of course. Still enjoying our hike down the Bloodroot Trail. Little offshoot from the trail, just looks like a little unmarked area here, but nothing is, it's not marked, but it sure is a pretty overlook here of the reservoir just west of site 6. Looks like someone's already had a fire here at one point in time, but just a great look at the reservoir. Even though it's raining out a little bit today, such a pretty afternoon. So here we are on this northern edge of the Bloodroot Trail, and the features of the trail have really changed, where instead of these straight line paths on the inward bound trails from the trailhead where we came in, going back towards the trailhead, you really walk around the fingers of this reservoir, and there's a little bit of elevation gain and loss here now, some hills where the features here are nice, where you see turns and twists, and it's not so just bland, kind of straight, boring, one-way walks. You kind of get a little bit of adventurous movement around the woods and not just in a field. So definitely the northern side of this trail is a lot better as the rain really starts to come down a little bit. All right, finally over here to backpack site number 5 on the Bloodroot Trail. Let's go down here and check this out. All right, site 5, much like site 6, a few nice places here for tents up the ridge just a little bit, walk down, and looks like we have some folks here. Yeah, so we got someone here on site 5. Hi there.
No.
Nope.
Just walking through and checking things out.
So site 5, plenty of spots. One up here, looks like a few more up over here, nice flat spots, couple places to put a hammock, nice fire ring, and definitely a generous view of the reservoir from here as well. So another great site to consider if you are coming to hike this trail and have a night out here. All right.
Out of my face.
Weather update here now. Starting to come down pretty good, so we ponchoed up and we'll continue down the trail. All right, we made it to backpack campsite number 4. So as you can see, as of July 16, 2021, will no longer be self-reservable. You reserve online. But if we, this one's just off the trail, the fire ring, picnic table, bench, couple spots for some tents. There you got fire ring, but no view of the reservoir. So yeah, I'm not sure I could recommend this one over site 5 or 6, but definitely a nice little site. All right, let's keep going down the trail, find these other backpack trails. All right, coming up to backpack campsite number 3. Looks like someone is occupying this site, so we won't investigate too hard, but it looks a lot like site 4. Picnic table, a few spots for tents, but not a good view of the reservoir, really nothing. So nice site, but again, doesn't beat site 5 and 6. All right, we're going to continue down. You still see we are ponchoed up and enjoying ourselves on the trail today. All right. All right, 7.5 mile marker at backpack campsite number 2. So site 2 directly off the trail. You see have a few nice flat areas, but now at least a peak of that reservoir here. Brittany, what do we think?
It's beautiful.
Yes.
I love the view. Got a little trail going down too.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, a little trail probably pumps down there. Check that out. Such a nice view. All right, let's go find site number 1. So as we're continuing down the Bloodroot Trail, something worth mentioning here is how well marked this trail is. You constantly see signs for turns, bridges, steep grades, mile markers every half mile. You don't really have any trails coming into this. It's definitely a trail that you're not going to get lost on. Realistically, it just goes out and back and does a nice job doing it and keeping you on trail. So great job to whoever did that, keeping this trail very well marked. So all right, we finally made it around to backpack campsite number 1. Another one just directly off the trail. Small view of the reservoir. Fire ring, no picnic table here, just a nice little bench. Looks like we have a couple trails that could lead us down to the reservoir if you wanted to make your way down there, but yeah, nice site for sure. There's that nice view of the beautiful Salamonie Reservoir. So the campsites we've seen,
Number 6.
Number 6 is
Best.
definitely the best.
Followed by 5.
Followed by 5. 3 and 4 just really didn't have this view of the reservoir at all. Just kind of felt like you're camping in the woods. Site 1 and 2 are second place to 5 and 6. So if you're coming down here, try to get 5 or 6.
Definitely 6, the back end of 6.
Back end of 6. There you go. All right, so now we're continuing down the Bloodroot Trail, back to the truck. All right, just come across, well, just a really pretty area of the hike here, and for about the past mile or so, really get a lot of this tiny bits of elevation gain and loss as you go up and down these little fingers. And as you can see, the creeks that run through here are just completely dry. Again, we're we're in the middle of September here at this point, so been pretty dry. So of course they're dry from the summer, but yes, definitely some pretty areas down here on the Bloodroot Trail to check out. So here on trail, and come across some interesting looking fungus here, mushrooms or whatever. No idea what that is. Someone leave a comment if you know what it is. So yeah, we are continuing down trail.
Not like too much, obviously. Yeah.
All right, here we are. The Garmin Venue 3 says 9.77 miles from trailhead, and we walked right back around to the Salamonie Reservoir.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. What a great view of the reservoir. All around, such a nice spot.
Oh wow. This is gorgeous.
So you'll notice on the Bloodroot Trail a lot of directional arrow signs, stop, yield, all that. This is kind of a dual purpose trail where you can ride your bike. I think in the winter you can do some snowmobiling and then hiking. So here we are popping it back out to one of the road crossings. You can see the light rain still coming down a little bit. You got a little fog going on from that hot pavement. Really cool looking vibe, but we're continuing on to finish this trail up.
So I'm like, would we say we'd be like, I'm just looking curious, like, because that could happen, you know, some slip or whatever, and like, what are you gonna do?
So an 11-mile update here. You can see the trail, the outbound trail and the inbound trail really parallel each other as you're getting closer back to the trailhead. So you see parts of that. So we are back in the rain a little bit. It's been an hour or so of the rain. That's okay. We're really enjoying ourselves on this gorgeous September afternoon on the Bloodroot Trail. All right, and like that, we are back to State Road 105, the big Lost Bridge East Salamonie Lake sign, where you cross over 105, State Road 105, and Lost Bridge East, that intersection here. So looks like we have just about a mile to go. If you look to the north here, you got Salamonie. There's a bridge right there that goes across the reservoir. But here is our trail as we walk across the road and continue on. Not much farther now. Looks like the sun is wanting to peek out here. The clouds are starting to dissipate. So yeah, here we go. We'll keep going. Right, here's your typical marker for the Bloodroot Trail. Yeah, see hiking, biking, snowmobiling, very well marked. Bloodroot Trail, can't miss it. All right, home stretch back to the trailhead, right along this road over to the nature center. Almost completed the Bloodroot Trail. Woohoo! All right.
Made it!
All right, and just like that, the Bloodroot Trail is complete. I got 12.49 miles on the Carbon Venue, 459 feet of elevation gain. I'll throw those stats up on the screen here. All right, Bloodroot Trail is complete. We had a great day. What did we think of the trail?
I thought that it was a very easy, leisurely trail. I did enjoy miles probably 6 through 10 the best because they were actually in the woods and had more character to them as opposed to just the flat fields.
Yeah, I agree. The northern half of the trail was definitely a little better where you're in the woods. You got to see some of the reservoir. Kelly?
Yeah, I'd say the scenery was great towards the back half of it. But just a pretty area out here
Yep.
in Huntington County. So
Just take your time and enjoy.
yeah, good
All
place
right.
to visit.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on our next adventure.
Bye.
All right, as a little special treat while we're down here at the Bloodroot Trail, we're at the Salamonie Beach. Really wanted to show this off. Just about a little quarter-mile drive from the trailhead, and just a beautiful public beach down here. Let's go check this out. All right, here you go. Quite a few hundred feet of a nice beach area here. You're definitely got plenty of room out here to play with the family. Plenty of buoys. You see out there a couple boaters have kind of beached themselves and playing on the beach for the afternoon. Definitely a nice area to come hang out with the family for the day. So yeah, anyway, this is Brittany and Tom signing off from the Bloodroot Trail down here at Salamonie. Thank you so much for watching.